Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today I thought I would do a quick little silly video. A couple of things that I was going to tell you, and one thing too is today I'm sitting in pretty good natural daylight, and I went to my, I'll do it right now, I went to my controls and I tried to play with, a couple of you had said that the contrast was up too far. Well, the contrast is down at the lowest, and the brightness is about halfway, the color is about halfway, gamma is all the way to the left. Like, I don't know what that, see, that does it like that. So I'm not sure, so I just keep putting it back to default because I really can't get the color to be any better. And I'm going to get John to kind of look into it, and maybe I'll try to Google it today and see if I can get it better, because I know it is a little, like, I look a little washed out or something. I don't know. It's different. It's just going to be different. And I don't know if you've noticed by my house and everything else, I am not really into change. I like everything to stay the same. And with children, especially Brooke getting to be in middle school, I have had to just make myself, you know, stay with the times a little bit. And so anyway, that's just, you'll notice I don't like change. But today I was just thinking of you for a couple of different reasons. Will is still homesick, which I thought it's just that kind of virus that takes a long time. I thought he would be here. So this morning I got up early as usual, and I started washing clothes and doing some things, and I decided I was going to mop my floors. And I've had several of you ask me how I keep my floors so clean and what makes them so shiny. And so I thought I would do a little domestic video today, and I thought I would show you my favorite hardwood floor cleaner, which is this one. And I'm not sure that you can get it everywhere. You know, I live in North Carolina. Pledge used to have an even better cleaner that I loved, and I would get it. The only place I could find it was at Lowe's Home Improvement in the cleaning section, and it was the best. It smelled so good and it cleaned so good. I just loved it. It has taken me a long time to find something else that I like, because I don't like the kind that you have to squirt out and then mop as you go. I like the ones that you it says safely cleans wood floors, restores your floors natural shine, citrus scent. It's concentrated. It makes 16 gallons, and I don't use a bucket, but what I do is fill up my sink. And I like the good old-fashioned mop, classic mop, you know, with the yarn looking, I guess you would call it a rag mop, but that's my favorite, because then I really feel like I've got more control, and like when I'm doing the bathrooms, I can get behind the toilet with it and everything. We all like different things, I know, because even my mom and I like different things. But I really like this. You don't have to rinse it, and it smells good, but it's not overpowering. It's not like Pine Sol or some of the other things. If I can't get this, I just use good old Murphy's oil soap cleaner, that natural oil soap cleaner. And I have used some of that brand that you get at Target. I can't remember if it's Method. Some of those all natural, but this is by far my favorite. So if I can find it, I get this. And so another thing is, and when I do I'm going to show my not leaving the house cleaning outfit of the day. I thought that would be funny. And when I do, you'll be able to see my floors. But another thing I wanted to mention is, when we built this house, my husband had a friend who put down hardwood floors. So he did our floors, and John helped him. And then we hired a professional crew to sand it and do the, I guess it's polyurethane or whatever the gloss is on top. And I told the guy I wanted the highest gloss that I could get. And a lot of people think that if you get a high gloss on your floor, that it shows marks and just shows wear easier. And that is not true. He said, matter of fact, the higher the gloss you get, the longer it lasts. And I have found that to be true. Our house is now, let's see, I think Brooke was right at a year when we moved in here. So I think July was 11 years that we've been here. And there's really no, you can probably hear Will coughing. There's no big marks or anything. And my house is very, very, very well lived in. Very well. I don't make people take off their shoes or anything, and it shows in a lot of places, but my floors still look really pretty good. So that's one reason that it always looks really glossy. When I picked out what I wanted, I really didn't want my hardwood floors to look country, or I didn't want that country feel. I wanted more of a formal hardwood floor feel, and that's why I did that. But they're not slick or anything. They just look glossy, and that's what I wanted. So, and I also use this on my tile. My bathrooms are tile, and my kitchen is tile. And it says add 1/4 cup of cleaner to 1 gallon of warm water. Of course, I just pour it in there any old way. And it says to clean tile and vinyl floors. It has another cleaner listed. So I hope, this might say you're not supposed to use it on vinyl, but or on tile, but I do. I've never had any problem with getting it off. So it says safe and effective on sealed wood floors. But anyway, I've always used it on my tile, and it hasn't bothered it at all. Okay, sorry, I had to go. He had just taken a thing of red Kool-Aid on my bed, so I had to go handle that real quick. So anyway, with everything that I show you today, please make sure, read the back and make sure that you can use it on what you have, because I know like granite countertops and stuff, you have to use different things. I've heard of nightmare stories about when we built the house, we didn't get granite countertops. I got another Corinthian type thing, and I ended up replacing it with the granite. And I heard a story of a lady leaving a pizza box on her granite, and evidently, I don't know if hers wasn't sealed well or what, but it left the grease spot on the granite. So you got to be careful with that. And I don't use anything particular on the granite. I just use when I wash my dishes and stuff, and I have my dish towel, I wipe over the counters. So this is what I use for my floors. This is something I recommend to everybody. This, if I can't find this, I panic. It is the Cinch by Spick and Span, and this is what I clean my glass doors with. And this does not streak at all. After you use this, you cannot go back to Windex or 409 or any of those other window cleaners, because it is the best. I also have the storm door that it's just, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I open up my front door, and the storm door has a deadbolt on it. And if I leave and go anywhere for too long, of course, I shut the big door. But most of the time, it's just that front glass door. So it's always got fingerprints and kitty cat marks and stuff like that, because my cats will beat on the door until you let them in. And this is just the best. And there's only a few stores around here that sell it. Harris Teeter is one of them. So now the phone's ringing. See, this is how it is. Okay, I'll be right back. Another thing that I love, my mom turned me onto this, because my dad, I don't know if you have anybody like this in your family, my dad can smell something a mile away. Anything, like something bad in the refrigerator, any offensive smell, and it just drives him nuts. So they are the queen and king of air fresheners. I've never really been, because I don't know, I don't like to smell something artificial. I would almost rather just clean whatever it is. But anyway, this is my favorite. It's the Febreze Air Effects Linen and Sky. Eliminates odors and freshens. The reason I like this, it smells just like that smell you have when you're washing clothes, especially like when you walk outside and you smell it, coming out of the little vent. That's what this smells like. And it's not overpowering. You don't feel like it's going to, just like you taste it. And also, I don't know the facts behind this, but I do know that they use this, and they have birds. My parents have talking birds, several of them, and they're hilarious. And they'll probably be mine one day, because they have two African grays, and then another great big green Conyard or something like that. His name is Stitch, and then some other ones. So and they will spray this, and it doesn't bother them. Of course, you don't spray it right at them, but so I don't know. I felt like it was, it must not be that bad, because I'm just funny about my kids breathing in a bunch of weird stuff. So this is my favorite air freshener, and I only use it when I have to, like if I only when I have to. Okay, so those are 3 of my favorite cleaning products, and this is a little kind of cooking baking tip. And it's funny because I was talking to Gina on the phone the other day, and we were talking about the cookies that she sent me, and I was saying, well, I'm going to have to send you some of the cookies that I always make, which are just the no-bake cookies. I know all of you know about those, just with the oatmeal and the peanut butter and the sugar and the butter. I think it's vanilla, sugar, oatmeal. If you just go to allrecipes.com and look up no-bake cookies, it'll be in there, and I love those. And my mom used to let my brother and I make those a lot when we were little, and I still eat them all the time. So when we were talking about it, I asked her, I said, do you know the good way to measure peanut butter? And she didn't, so I told her, she said, you ought to, tell them that, because she didn't know. And I've told several people that didn't know. And my mom taught me this, because my mom is like the best cook ever. And what you do so that you can measure the peanut butter accurately and don't make a mess, and it's easier, you'll just love it once you know how to do this. Of course, it's simple. Say you need a half a cup of peanut butter. You fill your measuring cup up half a cup of water. Then you take your peanut butter, scoop it out, and put it in there, and it will not, they won't mix. It'll just float right in the water, and keep scooping until the water goes up to 1 cup. And when the water reaches 1 cup, you'll know you have a half a cup of peanut butter. Same thing with, I'm sure you get this, if you had needed 1 cup of peanut butter, you would measure 1 cup of water, and you would keep scooping until it goes up to 2 cups. Then what you do is I just do like this, pour the water out, and you'll have your little blob of peanut butter, and it will fall right out. And it will mix right in, and it's simple. And then you barely have any peanut butter in here, and you just wash it right out. And that's one of my mom's cooking tips that I use all the time, and I love telling people, because once you do it that way, you never have to do all that messy way again. So, a few of my little domestic tips. When I was doing this, I thought of a few more things, but I'll just save a few more for later so this isn't too long. And I'm going to do a quick not leaving the house outfit of the day, and let you guys go. Okay, I just have on, these are some of the like lounge sleep type pants that I got at Victoria's Secret, and I think these were like $14, and they are so comfortable. They're very thin, so they're not ones that you would wear, out and about. I mean, if you had to run, like to take your kids to school, like today, Will and I are going to just go through the drive-thru. I mean, that's fine, but they are thin, so they're not the best looking. And then this is just one of my favorite t-shirts from Limited Express. They're soft and stretchy, and I love them. And then, of course, Hobbiana flip-flops. My black ones had a blowout. The thing came out of the toe, and I need to get some more black ones, because they're. And then for accessories, I just have on these. These are comfortable earrings, and they show up well, and they don't bother me when I answer the phone. What, darling? Oh, you thought I put Kool-Aid in there? Okay. He's not going to let me forget about that red Kool-Aid. I tried to slip something else in there. Accessories. No accessories. One thing I love about, I don't know about you, but I never, ever take off my wedding ring. I shower in it, sleep in it. It just does not come off. The only time I may take it off is when I'm putting on lotion, but really, even then, I usually just naturally work around my wedding ring. And so it gets kind of funky sometimes, and when I mop the floor, it just gets so clean. I love that, because it gets up underneath and stuff. That really cleans it. And so no other accessories. I just like to have earrings on. And makeup today is, I'll put it in the down bar, nothing, or the information below. And I am using a new, you don't want to know all that stuff. I'm using a new dry shampoo. I used that by Schwarzkopf. It's Got To Be. I used it today, and it's not as good as my Bumble and Bumble, like I always say, but it is better than the other, the Ojan. I do like it, and I like the smell a little bit better. So, let you guys go, and I will see you real soon. And if you have any tips on my webcam, you know, some controls after I told you what I'm looking at there, let me know, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.